Welcome to Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports, where husky middle-aged men share insight on the latest Baltimore sports news. From the bank to the yard and beyond, we're breaking down the Ravens, Orioles, Terps, and more. Baltimore's best sports podcast starts right now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports. John, Jason, and Mike here, plus one this evening. We have a gaggle of Landscrainers joining us this evening. We have John and his brother Daniel. We will introduce him in a second, but just to let you guys know, again, this is our Saturday version, obviously. Thank you for joining us, or tomorrow, the next day, whenever you get to your favorite podcast listening platform. Again, we are right now at 2 shows a week, plus our new fantasy show starting on Friday evening. Fantasy football, to be specific, for all you sickos out there that thought I was talking about something else weird with your fantasy things. That's a whole different subject. Fellas, how's it going? Mike, John, Daniel, somebody tell me something exciting. Not all at once.
Daniel, tell us about your Wednesday afternoon. That was pretty exciting.
Oh boy, yeah, Wednesday. I was at the Twins game. So my father snagged us some Champion Club tickets. So we went to this little restaurant area, the brisket, the breakfast tacos. It was all there, everything free, the beers. So I was there with my wife and my brother-in-law and my sister. Lousy game until the bottom of the ninth. The Twins were doing nothing. Did you guys see this game? Or you know about this game?
I did. I did not see it, but I did see the highlights from it. Pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, so we get bottom of the ninth, down 3-0. My wife turns over. She goes, "I don't even know how this team's going to win." I said, "But wait, it can happen." I go, "There's some very specific situations that can happen." They could just hit a bunch of home runs. Wait. The Royals got 2 quick outs. Then I believe that the next 3 batters at one point all had an 0-2 count. Guy gets hit by a pitch. They single the next at bat. So you got first and second. The next guy walks. So then it's Cody Clement comes up, which is, I don't know, it's Roger Clement's son, which is great. He comes up. I believe he was down to an 0-2 count as well. Maybe it was 1-2. And I remember looking over and being like, all we need is a grand slam here. We win the game. And he just swung and he launched one.
Nice.
Unbelievable. Like one of the greatest, maybe not like the greatest game overall, but one of the most like exciting finishes. And then anyway, I was texting a buddy of mine, and I don't know if you saw the stats on this, but this is a tweet from some guy that he sent me. But I didn't know that this is called an ultimate grand slam. I've never heard of this phrase before. That's when you're down 3 runs and you hit the grand slam. It's called an ultimate grand slam. So it's the 15th ultimate grand slam ever with 2 outs, which is rarer than a perfect game with 24. And apparently it's only the 34th ultimate grand slam in MLB history, and the first by a Twin. So it was a very exciting sports up here in Minnesota this week.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Like those are things like as a baseball player growing up you dream of. It's like 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, down by 3, and then even to throw some more icing on top, it's a 3-2 count. Something along those lines. But yes, any baseball player that tells you he never dreamed of that is a liar, a dirty, dirty liar. All right. So this is great. No, Daniel's in the States. Yeah, he came here. But what he didn't tell you is, Daniel, you've lived in China for how long? So for how many years have you been a spy?
About 12. Yeah, 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so been in China, lots of different places, but I live in Shanghai now. So a little bit of baseball there. I think there's a baseball club at my school that some of the kids play in, but not as popular. But lacrosse is getting real big right now. That's kind of the big it's very in fashion to play lacrosse. So we're seeing that. Yeah, China's a crazy place. Have you guys ever been?
I have not, and I know Mike hasn't. John, I mean, Daniel, has John been there? No. You haven't visited your brother?
He hasn't. No.
You are a terrible brother.
Well, considering it takes 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back,
Yes, that's 4.
it's 4, and then you only get 3 days there, and the country is gigantic, so all the things you want to see, and then it takes you like 8 days to recover from all the time zones.
Right,
You
but
need
it's
like
not
2 weeks. You need like 2 weeks of vacation just to do it, and I don't have that kind of paid time off.
right.
I'm
But
not
this
retired
hasn't.
like you, Jason.
Well, hold on there, Sunshine. This isn't something that's like just happened. It's not like he's only lived there for a year or two. He's lived there for 12 years. There's plenty of time to fix into your busy schedule. If you add up all the time you've taken off to go on your cruises and your other things, you could have gone and visited your brother. Daniel, I'm helping you out here. Don't worry. You are a
Well,
terrible,
I mean,
terrible person.
He does say all that, and I mean, China is too far for him, but Guam is not too far for him. You should ask him about that.
You've been to
Talking
Guam?
about time off and a few calls.
We went to Guam when Lucy turned 1 because my brother-in-law was stationed over there.
So you're visiting. Okay.
So
you visit the enemy. You're on the other side of the family, but you won't visit your own family. Just because Daniel's a traitor and left the country and went to China, that's okay. You still have to go support him.
My mom and dad do it enough. It's okay. We send things with them. It's all good.
Daniel, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Mike, would you like
That's
to
all
come in
right.
and help me out here?
I really don't know what to say. Like, John, you just sound like a horrible brother. But you know what? I think it was really the Guam trip that sealed it for me, because otherwise I was thinking, I kind of think it's fairly reasonable maybe not to go to China very often, especially China. There's some things going on there. They got great food. I visit the little Chinese restaurant up the street a lot. That doesn't count.
I'm sure it's the same. What's wrong with you?
It doesn't count.
I will say that the Chinese know how to do food.
Oh, yeah, for sure. John, you saw your in-laws, but you didn't see your actual brother. So, I mean, I have to give you 2 thumbs down for that.
Yeah, well, I'll take it. It's all good.
John, you should wear your Shenhua jersey sometime. Did I give you one? No, I don't know if I gave you one of those.
My what?
Never mind. I didn't give you one. I thought I gave you one of those jerseys, but I didn't.
I do. One of the Shanghai.
That's the soccer team in.
Yeah, the Shanghai soccer.
Oh, you do? I did give you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should wear that next podcast.
Mike's a big soccer guy. I'm sure he knows all about the Shanghai Spankers or whatever they're called.
Spankers.
John, Shenhua. It's like something flour. No, they're real popular. Actually, I live quite close to their stadium, so sometimes I'll be walking around the neighborhood, and all the restaurants and the streets will be filled with people with the blue jerseys. So that reminds me that there's a game that night. I have never been. I should get some tickets and go soon. But there you go.
So Daniel, how did you?
But yeah, happy to be stateside.
How did you end up in China?
Yeah, I had a professor in college that was Chinese. She didn't teach. She taught. It was a religion class of some kind. And, I was just kind of done with college, didn't know what to do. And so she said, well, you could get a teaching job in China. So went over there with the sole purpose of just backpacking around, which I did for several years. I had a great time. And then I just kind of said, well, I'm kind of good at this teaching thing. And so eventually I went back, I have a U.S. teaching license now and a master's in education. And I teach at an international school in Shanghai. I love it. It's there's a lot on the news, but living somewhere and your day-to-day life can be drastically different than what's happening in high political scenes. And then I met my wife in China. And so now we live there, we love it. So probably be there a while.
Outstanding.
Tell them where you got your original teaching license from.
Oh, I got my original teaching license from Groupon for like $20.
This is perfect.
True story. True story. Yeah,
You're a Lance Kramer. It's real.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and that worked in 2013, but the laws have changed a bit, so I had to be a little bit more official. But I probably learned more from that one than I did from my proper one. To be fair.
This is freaking ridiculous. Yeah, you are, Mike. You are correct. You are a lance craner, my friend. But you could. It's not. You can't even pass for not being. That is perfect. I love it. It's about right. I got my
Yeah.
teaching degree on Groupon.
Well, he's got good
Over
genes,
20
Jason, though. He's got natural talent.
I mean, it's fine. Speaking of talent, Daniel, didn't you were a collegiate athlete as well, correct? Do I understand that?
I was track and field and cross country
That is correct. I do remember
and
hearing
club
about-
and club qu- and then I played club D League basketball and club Quidditch. So
Mike, we should probably
big
ask
sports
you
guy
those
over here.
questions. Mike, isn't your
I
family
was a seeker
Quidditch?
because I was on the cross country team.
Oh, that's outstanding. Outstanding. Mike, isn't your family huge Quidditch fans?
We're big Harry Potter people. I don't know that we've ever played on the broom style Quidditch. I know when we were doing phys ed professional development, there's definitely Quidditch has taken off and pun intended.
Yeah.
But it's really they have pushed it into the schools and they're kind of using it for fun as like a tag type game, and it's kind of cool. So I'm all about a new game like that. So what does that look like in the college setting, Daniel?
Oh, that's a long time ago. I mean, kind of like everyone had a broomstick, and then you were just sort of like, you had a big rubber kickball, throwing it around, trying to get some hoops set up of some kind. But then I think like the entire cross country team was a seeker on each of the Quidditch teams. And then the snitch was like one of the other cross country runners. So we were having a blast, and we were just trying to, tear into each other's, running, all over the place. So, yeah, it was a good time.
And what happens when you start
Absolutely? Yeah, I don't
drinking?
remember. Well, this is Muggle Quidditch, John. So you're not actually flying. So you're pretty close to the ground. So the chances for accidents is reduced.
Oh my gosh. I have never seen one of
For the proper thing, you have to go to Hogwarts, but I don't, I wasn't invited. So my year, like when I was 12, the year came and went without a letter. So you got to live with the hand that you're dealt, unfortunately.
Oh, that's terrific. This is lovely. Oh, outstanding.
But I'm still an athlete. I just completed my first 100-kilometer race right before I came back for vacation. That was very exciting.
Outstanding.
25 and a half hours. It was pouring rain nearly the entire 25 and a half hours I was out on course. Oh, it was a long, long day, but got it done. So that gives me a lot of confidence going into the fall racing season. So hopefully it'll go well.
Oh man, John, when does your fall racing season begin? Your training, John.
I don't know, 20 years ago in middle school.
Okay. And Mike, you've done
But
some
here's the thing
kilometer
about-
running, correct?
I run.
To the fridge? To the
I mean,
like,
I mean, I'll say that I run to just get a little bit of exercise, but not to be fast. Does that make sense? So I'll run 3 to 5 miles, 4 or 5 times a week, but not to be fast.
yeah.
Well, I saw you run. the
I'll
turkey
give you
trot,
this.
Mike.
Go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead.
Well, I'll give you this on John. So, John's got a few bumps and bruises over the years, to put it lightly. He'll come in and John say, my back hurts. And say, my knee's flaring up. He'll give you the rundown. I will tell you, though, my dad will be like, you guys want to go down and play a little pickup? He is out the door faster than anybody could possibly run. And he's sitting on the court and he's doing behind. I mean, he is just going at it. He's just shooting threes. He's draining them. I mean, behind the back, no look passes. Whatever ailments John has, as soon as you say the word, let's play pickup, they're gone. And he is just running the court. It's magic. You should see this. The greatest thing about John is I'm a very timid person. I have to try things out. I have to get my feet wet. John is not. To a fault. He'll just dive right in and he'll play whatever sport you want to play like he's been playing it his entire life. It's amazing. I wish I had that confidence in any sporting endeavor, and I'm still looking for it. But that man, the things I've seen him do in various sports where I'm just like, how in the world did you even know how to do that? And he's like, I don't know, never played before. So anyway, you got to get on a pickup game with John. It's great.
John, you can play basketball?
I can play basketball. I can play hockey. I can
see the hockey thing. Mike?
One year he was just like, I want to join the swim team. And he just jumped in and he was like, I don't know what your event was, but I remember going to several of your events and you were just cruising. Pretty wild stuff.
The swimming thing was funny because they put up on a board what event you were doing, and I got the breaststroke. I had never done the breaststroke in my life. And so, like, before the race, they were teaching me to do this. And so, like, I didn't know what I was doing, and I don't think I won, but like I finished like fairly high in the race, having never done the breaststroke before.
Oh my goodness.
See, John's mindset is fantastic for sports because it's like, I've never done it before, but I'm going to go out and beat you. And it's just like a great mindset. I don't know, maybe some of our Baltimore sports these days need a little bit more of that, I think. But not that I know anything about Baltimore sports, but anyway, I'll tell you, John is a legend.
Sounds like it.
Absolute legend.
Oh, I have so many questions.
Well, here's the best story. If I can tell one more Lance Craner story, if that's okay. I don't want to take too much of the podcast time.
No, you're good, man.
All right.
Priceless.
So we when everyone was still stateside and kind of together, we always play a classic Thanksgiving family football game. And this was a year, this is probably one of the best, I think John was on my team. It's one of the best plays we ever came up with. So my grandfather, rest in peace, he had just, earlier that year, he had some sort of tumor around his esophagus, okay? So he had a huge surgery, they removed it. He was just bad year for Grandpa. But by golly, he came down to play in our family Thanksgiving football game. But he couldn't, he was probably 80, couldn't move a whole lot, real sick. He was wearing a flannel shirt, his pants were hiked up past his belly button, the whole thing, So John and I, we need a touchdown to win the game. And Grandpa's technically on our team. So John and I came with the greatest play ever. We just said, we said, Grandpa, you just need to stand in the end zone. And of course, he hadn't been doing anything the whole game. Everyone forgot about him. And I said, we're just going to roll out everyone to the left, and Grandpa's going to be on the right. So John snaps the ball. Me, and I forget, some of my cousins, whatever, my sister, we all just took off to the left-hand corner of the end zone. John rolls out to the right, completely uncovered, flips it to my grandfather, who, because his shirt is flannel, he almost drops it because it's just sliding down his shirt. Here's this 80-year-old guy.
He was 85, Daniel.
Bobbling this ball. He's okay. Who knows? Just got done with cancer. Ball sliding down, catches it around his belt. Touchdown. We win the game. John's greatest play ever.
I mean, I'm impressed with the 85-year-old grandfather, but hey, John, great job.
I know. John's namesake. John's namesake. So there you go.
That is outstanding.
Yeah. So we have a long history of some good sports stuff there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Wouldn't you agree, John?
What?
He said
it's the greatest football play ever with Grandpa catching the winning touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, I love Lance Craner family stories. This is fantastic. All right. I may have to sign off on your father coming on here one day because I need more of this. The
stories will flow from there, I guess. So.
I don't think anyone else.
He's all snoozing on the couch right now.
He's celebrating his 40th wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Oh, that's great.
Make sure you send him a message.
Absolutely. Well, Daniel, make sure you tell everybody we said hi. Welcome back to the States, and enjoy China when you head back. I'm sure it is just as exciting as we've all heard.
All right. Well, if I have any more good stories, I'll come on again. But I'm going to sign off, and you guys enjoy it because I have nothing else to. outside of go Ravens, go Orioles. I hope you guys are winning. Well, John, you tell them the jerseys I bought you this time around.
Yeah, I got a Jo jersey and a Tony Saragusa jersey.
Oh wow, that's fantastic. Very cool.
There you go. All right, guys, you have a good
Daniel,
podcast.
thank you very much.
Yeah, go Baltimore Sports. Hey, I'm a big fan of the podcast. I watch a little bit here and there, see what's going on. So,
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate the support.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks
and
for joining us,
talk to you
buddy.
soon.
no problem.
See you, bud.
Now I gotta figure out how to sign off in here. John, can you sign me off?
Come on, John.
Help a brother out, like legit.
There we go.
All right. Fantastic stories of the Lance Craners. Who could ask for more? Let me tell you.
See,
John, you're a
Jason-
legend. Apparently, you're
Yeah.
a legend.
Evidently. So like we wait till my brother comes. Like my family, we wait till we come on the show to share embarrassing stories or share stories. Jason just throws Dustin's stuff out straight out at the wind, and then he comes on the.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic stories. I got a lot I can do, but we'll wait till they can come back on here and we'll do it. Yeah, well, that is fantastic stuff. John would never have thought you were good at basketball in a million years. Just would never have guessed. Sorry, no offense. All right. So before we get rolling here, I want to do our Dad Bods question of the day. And this question's inspired because of the fact that I just, if you guys remember, well, Mike, you would remember, when I lived in Maryland before I moved here, I had 2 charcoal grills because charcoal and grills were the best. I left them both in Maryland because I didn't want to dirty everything up by shoving them in the U-Haul on their way out of here. So since I've lived here in Florida, I had a charcoal grill for a while, but it fell apart in the weather, blah, blah, blah. So I just got another Weber grill that someone was getting rid of in the neighborhood. And I am now grilling all the time. Charcoal, the best way to do it. I want to know from you guys, what is the best thing you guys know how to grill, or if you don't know how to do it, you have eaten off of a grill? John, you can go first.
I would have to say a tomahawk steak.
Ooh. Do you cook it or do you get it from others?
Someone else did it. I've never done a tomahawk myself. But I choose not to, purchase one because I can get a bunch of steaks for that price. But someone else did, and it was, oh God, it was like butter in your mouth.
I mean, all it is, it's like it's a giant ribeye essentially with a ginormous bone that is extended out. For those that don't know, and it's kind of, to me, it's overrated, just because of like you said, John, you can get several ribeyes for the cost of one, and when they sell it to you, the bone is a good amount of the weight when they charge you. So for me, it's kind of overrated, but I get it. That's fantastic, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, you and I were like real buddies. You remember back in the day at the down the water in Essex, Jason and I worked the grill shed together. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so we made some things down there. Remember the bulldog? That was very exciting. For those of you guys who don't know what that is, that's pit beef, pit ham, pit turkey, sausage, and was there a burger?
No burger, just a sausage.
No burger, just
So
a
it's
sausage.
a sausage with all of the pit carved meat right in there.
In a roll, like all together, which is pretty awesome.
It's fantastic.
Personally, for me, I steak. Like I do a nice Delmonico steak. You just got, I think the key is following the cooking temperature wise and how many minutes to flip it and that kind of thing. And if you do it right, it just comes out perfect. But for me, it's got to be a steak. I know that there are probably other things that Jason, your parties used to have phenomenal things. I don't even know what you made half the daggone time, but it was always delicious.
Yeah, I like doing the steaks. I like I do a good, like, most of the time that I do things now, I do indirect heat. I don't know how you guys do, but it's easy on a charcoal grill. I guess it's easy on a propane grill too. You just don't turn the other burners on. But you turn everything up on high on the one side and you cook everything on this side. And then when you want it to cook after you're done searing, slide it over to the unheated side. like your cool side, and it'll still heat. But the cool thing with the charcoal grill is if you do it right, when the charcoal comes out, the smoke comes out of your vent, it goes over your meat through to the other side. So all that charcoal flavor goes over your meat. That's why another reason I like charcoal. So for me, like doing a sear for a steak and then sitting it on the cool side to finish cooking. Or my favorite thing I think is doing pip like Maryland style pip beef and cooking it indirectly like that on a grill and then slicing it incredibly thin, and it's fantastic. So
Well,
that to me,
Jason, real quick, talking about
yeah.
Maryland style, I just was with the family tonight. We had crabs. It was
Oh,
delicious. Something you guys down in Florida probably not a daily occurrence for you, but up here in Maryland, it's corn on the cob, tomatoes, and crab season. So, man, it was awesome.
well, my friend, I have some news for you. There's a place about 15 minutes from me that does steamed blue crabs. And I have had a lot of crabs in my life, almost always in Maryland. And the best crabs I ever had was from this place. He only calls us and texts us. Jess found this place by accident. He only texts us when he has jumbos or bigger in because he's like, okay, you guys are from Maryland, don't want to like give you the small ones. They're like $13 a pound. Each crab is like a pound. They were super jumbos. When I'm going to send you guys a picture at the end here. Um, you should see the size of these things. I've never had crabs that big in my life, and it's just like I think I ate three of them, and I was stuffed,
Mm.
completely stuffed. Like you've never seen anything like this. So I'm like, oh, that's my hookup, and it's like we had a dozen crabs, and we had two left over, and Jess ate them the next day. Like insane. So I am very happy I now can get crabs in Florida. All right. Well, so first subject tonight, we're going to talk about the Orioles. But just to kind of, again, set everything up for this week for you all, for those of you that were able to make it live tonight, um, our next show was supposed to be on Tuesday, but we have a quick scheduling change. We are going to go live on Wednesday. I will have an exact time on the Facebook page in the next day or so, but we're going to record on Wednesday and we are going to record the following Saturday. In between that Friday night will be our first fantasy football show, and I will probably around the same time. I'd say around between 10 and 10:30. But we'll have more exact times on our Facebook page so that you all aren't surprised. If you guys can make it, like us, do all that fun stuff. John, why don't you tell everybody, give everybody all that information on where they can like, follow, do all that fun stuff.
So you can like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram and X and on YouTube. We're at Crab Cakes underscore sports on YouTube or on excuse me on X. We're at Dad Bod's Crab Cakes and Sports on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Our Facebook stream is not working tonight, so we're
Okay.
solely on YouTube tonight. But
No problem. All right, excellent. So I want to dive into the Orioles. So after last night, incredible win, coming down, being down most of the night, tying it late, and then eventually winning it with a Gunnar Henderson triple in the eighth inning. The Orioles got shut out tonight, 5-0. They faced probably one of the best three pitchers in baseball. They had an opportunity to break things through with 2 outs with the bases loaded. Couldn't quite get it done. Still a valiant effort as far as all of that goes. So it's funny. The one note I wrote was momentum is only as good as your next game. And for me, incredible game last night. If they win the series, that's great. Um, I guess the question I'm going to pose to you guys with all of this is what so I don't think what happens in this series has any bearing whatsoever on their trading plans. I think that's already in the works. On they've already made their decision what they're doing. Do you believe that, Mike? And what are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't believe it altogether. I mean, I think they have a generic idea of what they'd like to do. I think everything plays a role. I think you're still. I mean, there could be an injury, right? There could be an injury tomorrow, and that changes everything. So I can't say it doesn't play any role. But yeah, I think I get what you're saying. They know what they want to do. They've talked about, Mike Elias went on the air the other day and was like, we're using both buckets, the buyer bucket and the seller bucket. We're right in the middle. And I think that's what they're going to do. I mean, they started with Dean Kramer, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a little bit. But I don't think that really sets the red flag up that they're selling. Like, I don't think that's necessarily what's going on. They're just selling. I would anticipate them selling off some of these short-term assets that they have, and then potentially trying to buy somebody who's going to help them down the stretch and maybe even into next year. Um, and regardless of the outcome of this series, Bradish and Wheeler tomorrow, I think, which will be a really, really good matchup.
Oh boy, John, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was reading somewhere, and then Connor on Locked On Orioles said it this morning that he can see Ward being the big trade piece, potentially going to the Phillies, potentially switching clubhouses tomorrow. So the 1 year rental, and then you don't know what you're bringing back. But that's kind of what I see is just some of these guys with 1 year contracts or with 1 year left or whatever, trading them out and trying to get, you know, a better defender in the outfield, doing some of those sorts of things. So I don't think this series has any, I mean, anything to do with that. I mean, we took 2 or 3 from the Tigers, so put them down another game in the wild card chase behind us, and that series was much more important than this one. This one's just about, can we get towards the 500 mark, and that's kind of where we're going to end up.
Well, I also think that this series had nothing to do with whether they're going to be buyers or sellers. Um, I honestly, I mean, you can call this what you want. I mean, cop out, maybe not. I think what the idea is to just become a better baseball team. But I don't think that means that all of a sudden trade off Trevor Rogers, you trade off Taylor Ward. I don't think that makes you a better baseball team. Unless you're going to go out there and make a move for a pitcher that's better than Trevor Rogers, and that's a short list, by the way, of available players. Luis Castillo, that just got traded tonight to Chicago for Sir Anthony Dominguez, ironically enough, um, he is not better than Trevor Rogers. Maybe in a whole career wise, but right now, over the last 2 years, short sample size and going forward, not better than Trevor Rogers. So I I don't know if I agree with, like, I think they're, again, like I said before, they're kind of buyers and sellers. If and Mike Elias, I said this earlier today. Mike, myself, and Jim Isfording, friend of the show, have a group chat together, and I said that Mike Elias has to be very, very careful because in 2022, when the Orioles were close, but all of us, I think, knew that they weren't quite ready yet to compete, and he traded off Trey Mancini and he traded off Jorge Lopez, their two best assets at the time. He got a lot of crap for it from the locker room. And they were like, "Oh, this guy doesn't believe in us. Not going to play for somebody that doesn't believe in it." That speaks volumes. He can't make that same mistake, and that's a very dangerous hill to climb. And it's like a teetering back and forth. You got to walk the right path here. So, in no way do I think he is going to bail on anything. I don't see those two. Those are your two top trade pieces. So I do. I could see them making some moves. They need bullpen help. So I could see them going out and getting that, and they need a bat. But I don't. That's where this whole thing kind of gets. Are you really going for it? Because if you're really going for it, you'll bring a bat back here. So let me ask you, Mike. I mean, are they buyers or are they sellers?
No, like I said already, a little bit of both. I think Trevor Rogers, to me, I just don't think you get the value back by trading him right now. I just don't see it. So I hold on to Trevor Rogers because you need, especially after dealing Kramer, Bassett's going to be a question mark, or Povich, whoever is in the back end of the rotation. You have Boz, you've got Bradish. You got to have Rogers there for the rest of the season. You've got to have that to have any chance to contend. So if you don't, you're kind of what you said. You're telling your team like, it is what it is for this year. You're not really going to try to contend for this year's playoffs. And if that's the theory they want to go by, that's great. But you've been telling everybody it's been launch or liftoff or whatever you want to say. And I get that sometimes plans get derailed, but I don't think that this clubhouse needs that feeling. I think if you want to do anything, you need to inject some life into this clubhouse by going out and getting some name that just says, oh, maybe they do believe in us. Like, go get Tariq Skubal. Guess what that does to your clubhouse? Oh God, they really believe in us. Let's go do this thing. Like that is real. The feeling that happens when those things occur is legitimate. It's just like kind of the boost you said with the new manager, Jason, with or a new coach with football. It's like those emotional pieces are part of the game, regardless of the stats. So I agree with you wholeheartedly that they have to be super careful with what they do at the deadline. Taylor Ward, to me, if you can, he's the guy. Maybe can you get another major leaguer for him? He's a rental player. Like maybe you get a different area of your team and you can strengthen that. Can you get an infielder? Can you get a starting piece if you throw in another um, maybe throw in a single A, double A prospect with Taylor Ward and then get a controllable pitcher or something like that. That's something I would be willing to explore. And then maybe some of those bullpen arms. I mean, Wolfram, it just isn't doing it as a lefty for me. We have no real lefty help in the bullpen. Like to me, that's a natural target for you if you're going to be a buyer somewhere. So to answer your question, yeah, sell a little, yeah, buy a little. And if you want to go and tell your team you believe in them, go buy a lot.
The only problem with the Taylor Ward situation is if someone's buying Taylor Ward is because they're trying to compete. So the fact that they're going to give up another major leaguer for it, unless they all of a sudden have some sort of, and it's not, you can't trade Taylor Ward for pitching because there's no one to take his place. Okay, in this lineup, if you lose Taylor Ward, who are you going to put out there?
You're going to put
Like,
Tyler O'Neill out there, and then you're
oh
going to put somebody
God!
else in. You put Beavers in left. That's what you're going to do.
But now you got worse. You
Well,
got
did you get
worse.
worse? It depends on if you strengthen another area of your team. If you get a third baseman who can field, or you get a pitcher who can help you way better than Dean Kramer. So like I get what you're saying, but if I am able to strengthen because another team that's in a playoff hunt has a horrible outfield issue that we have a similar issue, but like it's
Right.
horrible in the outfield and we have a strength and we can balance it out somewhere. That's where you got to find it. Those deals are hard to find. They really
Right.
are.
That's why I think if you give up Taylor Ward, it's obviously he's a free agent at the end of the year, so somebody's got to be going for it. I mean, I don't think the Astros are looking for an outfielder necessarily. And who are they going to put at third base if you take back Paredes? I mean, I guess that would make sense, right? But then, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, John, well. I mean, what do you think? What are your thoughts on buyers, sellers? Where you at?
I you're going to be a bit of both because the problem is it's not just one area that we have a problem with. We talked about this on Tuesday night. Is they need a left-handed pitcher. They need an outfield defender and a third baseman. So, you know, trading Ward, you're giving up his on base. He doesn't have the power that he's had in years past, but the guy knows how to get on base, draw walks, hit doubles, you know. So can the question would be is, nobody's going to trade you an outfielder straight up for that. So you're going to have to figure out, okay, is there a 3-team deal? Is there a way that we can send Ward here, that we could send somebody here, and then somebody sends us a left-handed pitcher, and then another outfielder or a third baseman or something. So there's just too many holes to fill to be one way or the other. So you got to be somewhere right in the middle and figure out, is third base our most important spot, or is the left-handed reliever? And if it's me, the left-handed reliever is the biggest hole right now, unless Povich can come up and fill that role if you have faith in him doing that.
Well, I mean, that might be your fifth starter at some point here, too. Right now, from what I understand, they are going to go with 4 starters because of the way the schedule plans out, and then go depth in the bullpen. And then that will change eventually here, whether it's Bassett, whether it's Povich, whatever the case may be. I mean, if I'm the Orioles, I probably leave Povich down in the minors to continue to be stretched out in case you have another injury and you need another spot starter. But and then you do have a little depth there, and they might. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen as far as that. I guess what I'm saying is you need a left-handed reliever. You need several relievers, I think, unless they're going to move guys up from the minors. You, I mean, to me, it makes a lot of sense to look to the Giants and look to Arias and look to their bullpen and look to maybe Robbie Ray if you're looking at a starter. Get some sort of package. Yeah, it's going to cost you some minor leaguers. It's not going to cost you as much as you think though, because Arias is a rental. So it's like you're not giving up the whole farm for it. So to me, there's some things out there that could be had. I just don't know what exactly they've convinced themselves they need to do yet. Nor do any of us. Just a couple quick things to mention, like you said, Mike. Dean Kramer, he was traded um, the other night to the Minnesota Twins for an 18-year-old whose name I cannot pronounce. So if one of you guys want to give it a shot, by all means. But yeah, it's to me, it's one of those things. It's like they probably weren't going to bring him back. He was struggling. We talked about this last show. I'm okay with it. It's very anticlimactic to me. I know a lot of people, or if you look at any of the message boards, they're out there, they're complaining. They're like, oh, I mean, I'm not upset that they gave up a guy. Like, you got to have a short term memory when you're in this type of industry or when you're trying to follow your team and you have this you can't fall in love with all the players. I know that's part of being a fan, but you have to also realize it's like when it's a guy's that doesn't have it anymore, he doesn't have it anymore. And Mike, I'm not so sure that Dino had it.
Yeah, I don't know if he has it anymore. I think the Twins are going to find out down the stretch. But, you know, again, I had talked about this on Tuesday, but he's a notoriously slow starter. But this year he got sent down. He had the quad injury. So there's a lot of setbacks. But the guy, if you listen to Locked On, he's pitched over 700 innings in Oriole uniform. That's pretty crazy if you think about it, right? And he was here for the good times and the couple playoff runs they made in the early 2020s, which is pretty impressive. I think they said he's the last guy hanging around from the active roster that was the old regime. So it's very interesting to see him go. There was the whole World Baseball Classic stuff on the Team Israel stuff. That was kind of cool. It was part of his history here. I think it's more of a nostalgia with him than it is with the actual performance from fans right now. I think we're kind of tied in, like you said, emotionally to seeing Dean go. Um, but it just makes practical sense because if he's pitching the way he is right now and his turn keeps coming up in the rotation, you can't throw him out here there every fifth day anymore. Like he is that bad. He let up 8 earned runs the other night. Like that's nuts. So in that case, he's going to be out of options. You're going to have to DFA him. If they see that coming, they make a move and get what you can for him. And it looked like they got a top 10 prospect in the Twins organization, young guy, but it's a lottery ticket, and it could be a really good deal. We'll wait and see. Jason, it was funny you were saying, "Hey, we're going to play the Twins in a, in a week or so." It'll be very interesting to see how that ends up.
Yeah, and for me, again, very anticlimactic. I get it. I appreciate everything that he's given to the organization. But let me ask you guys something else. I mean, there is no one in this regime. Like, I think they do an unbelievable job of getting rid of guys right before they don't do a whole lot with the teams they go to. Anthony Santander. Look at obviously now I know an injury with him, and I know an injury with Burns when he left, like a 30-year-old pitcher. I think these guys have something in their mind over the once you get to a certain age, they're not going to throw a ton of money and years out at guys, right? So in their mind, they're like, yeah, we're going to make a smart move. We're just going to let these guys walk or let them go. Now, by all means, he could have a great year next year and whatnot. But then also with Dean Kramer, there's been a couple other guys. There's nobody that has gone on to do crazy things that we are regretting this organization not keeping around. I think they have a good sense of when guys are ready to go. So I give him a lot of credit for that. John, before we move on here, do you have anything about Kramer? Did you write him a letter? Like, where are you at here?
No, I just as I looked at it, there's just not a spot for him when Bassett comes back. They're going to DF. He's going to be relegated to the bullpen, or they're going to DFA him. And if they DFA him, he's going to get picked up right away, and you're going to get nothing. So, you know, I think he's only a week or two from getting DFA'd, and to get this kid who's a top 10 prospect in the Twin system, I sent you guys that thing where Kramer has a value of $1 million. This kid has a value of 15 million. So again, he's 18 years old. He's at long season single A, and we'll see what happens. But you're getting something, whereas in 2 weeks when Bassett comes back, you'd be getting nothing.
Agreed. Okay. I'm skipping around here a little bit because to make sure we stay a little bit on time here tonight. I want you guys to give me a trade prediction you think the Orioles are going to make. You can do more than one. Just tell me all at once when I call on you. But one specifically for the Orioles. Mike, would you like to go first?
Sure. I had a couple, and I think tonight watching Luis Castillo go kind of ruined poo-pooed my deal. Just because I don't think Seattle will carry more than one starting pitcher. But my initial deal was going to be George Kirby, and I was going to trade Taylor Ward to them because they need a righty bat, and I was going to also give them Cade Povich to help backfill that rotation.
Is this your wish or your prediction?
That was my wish. That was my wish. Prediction wise, there's a guy down in Padre land, Morejon. I think he's a lefty reliever. I think that's somebody the Orioles target. I don't think it'll cost too much, but to me that makes a ton of sense. And then in Pipe Dream land, let's get Manny Machado with that guy and bring him back. Let's just get Manny Machado, send them Creed Willems and Povich and Mayo, and let them eat some of the money and give me those two guys. That would be great. That would solve a lot of our problems.
John, do you have a prediction and a I want it to happen, please, I want it to happen?
So the more I thought about this, the more I'm like, are they even going to do anything? Is there even a deal that makes sense? And the only thing I could really think was if we could trade one of the AAA starters and Mayo to the Giants for Arias or Chapman or Devers or a kind of a combination of the three, and see, can we get that infield defense solid? Because the more I look at it, the more I think about it, it's like you got to make your decision if you're going to try to make your run or not. And there's not anybody on this roster outside of Mayo who and maybe Cowser, if you can get another outfielder or something, who's really like that expendable on that side of the baseball. We're not trading Rushman. We're not trading Holiday. We're not trading Alonso. We're not and the other guys nobody wants. Tavares and O'Neill and whoever. Nobody wants them. So it's kind of, can we use the pieces we got and go get a 1 year rent or 3-month rental in Arias or Chapman or Devers or something? Because all indications are that the Giants are going to be selling. So that would fill a lot of our problems. One pipe dream then would be if we could get Skubal. If we could trade like Rogers and Mayo and Povich or whoever to bring Skubal in.
And where's he batting your lineup, John?
Who? Skubal?
Yeah.
Well, you only got to score one.
Guys, I love it. I love you guys are thinking to the ceilings here, and everybody out there. If they bring in another starting pitching, it's not going to help. So what? Now you're going to lose 1-0. You're still losing. Do you not remember the Royals series? We didn't score any runs.
Yeah,
Machado. There were 2 great pitching performances.
Machado might help, or Tatis.
Okay.
Let's trade a couple guys for them.
So the Padres do not have money. they would love to somehow get off big contracts. I don't know what that looks like as far as all that goes. That seems like a Yankee Red Sox type thing, maybe Dodgers, but I would love. I mean, I'm a big Tatis fan, but well, I don't know how that's going to work out. So I guess my prediction, like, I think like there's a guy in San Francisco, a left-handed reliever, Eric Miller. I could somehow see like a deal where they like we this is what I want, but because I don't know if they would do it, but like Eric Miller and Arias come back, and then you're able to ship out all minor leaguers. Like I think that's possible without giving up any major league talent. But guys that are blocked here or ready to like Povich or somebody like that. Miller's good. That's your left-handed reliever. I wonder if they just go out and they get multiple relievers from other teams, or I mean, if they think they need to get another starter from somewhere, you always need that, right? My and I want controllable players, not necessarily bats, but controllable pitchers if you're going to get them. Miller is controllable. Also, a couple of them that I said before. I mean, I guess my dream would be like if they wanted to go get Mike Trout and Arias, all of a sudden bolster your offense. I mean, I just don't see it happening. Um, I don't know, man. But if they're gonna upgrade the infield, why aren't they talking to the Marlins about Otto Lopez? He's leading the league in hitting. Go get a second baseman, and then move Holiday over to third base and let him play every single day. Like, who cares if it's lefties? Just let them all play at this point. Like, don't play your matchups and stuff like that. But you also have to try to find Kobe Mayo some at bats as well.
Well, that Jason, that's what I was going to say. That kind of complicates it. The fact that you have Kobe Mayo, you have Blaze Alexander coming back, you've
Right.
got Jordan Westberg next year. So it's like when you're trading for someone at third base, it's not just as simple as trying to trade for someone that's going to go play there next year. So it's like
Well, right, but like
the
Otto
Holiday
Lopez
move
plays
makes a lot of sense because you're saying you move Holiday to third. That's
right.
at least a temporary fix, and then somebody can come back and
Well,
play
because
there next year.
Lopez and Arias both play second base, and you move um what's Holiday over there, and then when Blaze comes back, he comes in, and then he can also play the outfield for God's sakes. So I think now you have an embarrassment of riches. So for me, that's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, I'd love to shoot huge here, guys, and say like something crazy is going to happen. Um, give me a prediction real quick. Well, we don't have to dwell on this too much. What I guess let's just say where's Scooble going? Mike or John? Whoever wants to go first. Where's he going? John?
I think I think if he's gonna go anywhere, it's gonna be to a big market. It's gonna be to Boston. It's gonna be to New York. It's gonna be to Los Angeles. I don't think they're gonna give up any big league talent for it. I think they're gonna raid the minor league system, but I think it's gonna be one of those three teams. Just because I don't know if there's another team who's willing to, give up that much for 3 months.
Mike? Because I
I'm
disagree highly with John, by the way, in case you're wondering. But go ahead.
gonna say he probably goes to the Dodgers. That's my most likely, but I would say my dark horse would be Milwaukee.
Milwaukee is my pick. I'm just going to say that they're going to make the splash. They've got the prospects. They can do it, and the Tigers will be looking good prospect wise if they can do it because they're going to demand a haul. Last guy, Mason Miller. Where's Mason Miller going, Mike?
I don't think he's going anywhere.
John?
Same. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Really? I mean, I guess I could agree with you guys. How about the Yankees? Yankees seem like a good one to me. If he goes, I'm saying the Yankees. Another interesting name out there is CJ Abrams. Um, man, he would look good here, wouldn't he? I don't know. I mean, I hear the Yankees are in talks there too. I could see the Dodgers. Um, a lot of teams out there. Okay, we are going to shift gears here, but before we do that, we need to have Mike's joke, dad bod joke of the day with Mike.
Yeah, it's a dad joke of the day. Um, well, my dad joke today comes from my sister Jackie, who actually texted it to me, and I thought it was good enough that I should share it with the world. So, here's the joke, guys. What do you call an indecisive potato?
A Landscraner.
That's it. You got it. No, that's not it. A hesitator. A
That's so
hesitator.
terrible.
Yeah. Woo. Go tell your friends.
Go tell your friends. Oh man. Well, since we're not live on Facebook, I don't see anybody's awesome comments about it. This is
We got
terrible.
2 people on YouTube watching.
Is it us? Is one of
Nope.
them us?
Nope.
Oh, good.
I put the link up on Facebook, and I apologize that if you want to watch us, you got to go there. So
Did we find out what happened?
no, it's just if you look up here, if you look at the top of your screen, there's just a little red thing that says one or more platforms dropped.
Oh, I don't like that. All right, no problem.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, great. So we are going to shift here. I'm going to just go over a couple things real quick nationally before we do our Ravens talk. The New Orleans Saints of the NFL signed wide receiver Chris Olave this week, guys, to 4 years, $132 million, $90 million guaranteed. Good for Mr. Olave. However, Mike, what does that do to the Zay Flowers in Baltimore situation?
You got to pay Zay. Here we go. Lots of money. I don't know. To me, Flowers is a better receiver, just slightly, but a little better. And he plays for a winning team. I mean, this sets the market for Zay. He's going to want more than Olave, but I don't think he's going to get a crazy amount more. That's what I would say.
Two very talented wide receivers, by the way. Two very good wide receivers. Good for both of their setups. And Olave's a little bigger. He's had a lot of injuries over the years, but but see, also here's one thing though. He's like one concussion away from that being it, and they just gave him $90 million. John, I see you
breaking
jumping up
news!
and down.
Breaking news!
Oh,
Tarek
that's good.
Skubal per MLB Network is reportedly being traded to the Dodgers.
Okay. Hey, look at Mike. Oh, by the way,
Hey,
timeout. All right, hold up. I'm even getting up out of my seat here. I got some serious problems with Frisky. Your guys, listen, you cannot say out loud people that you trust anymore. Whether it's baseball players, please don't ever come out and say you trust the stock market. Okay. Don't say anything because it's going to go the other direction the second you say it. Oh, said you say Rico Garcia, and the guy throws 4 home runs in a row.
it was a
So-
bad decisions. I wanted to come on here today. Actually, the first thing I wanted to do was come on air and be like, I want to retract my statement. I apologize because that was horrible. I no longer trust Rico Garcia, by the way.
Oh, gosh. There was also someone else in there you mentioned too, wasn't there? I was,
I'm
that's
sure.
okay.
I don't always make good decisions.
All right, going back to John's breaking news real quick. Okay, Tarek Skubal reportedly to the Dodgers. Do they have any ideas of who's coming back? James Tibbs.
That's what I'm trying.
All right, well, keep an eye
to
on that.
see.
You don't need to bobble over your words and all that. We'll come back to that. All right. Yes, Zay Flowers, Chris Olave. Yeah, so I was more curious. That was my national news for that particular one because I wanted to see how it was going to reflect this. The 49ers receiving core is a giant mash unit still. Ricky Pearsall out for the year, boys, with a PCL. He's having injury or surgery on the injured PCL that he's had nagging for the last year or so. So, Mike, I know fantasy ramifications from that, dynasty guy, I guess, but as far as that's just a kind of a blow to the 49ers room. I know that they did sign Deebo Samuel. That does nothing for me, but it will do something they're going to wear him down now.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest implication I would say is Debo probably gets some more targets. I would say they may be in the market for one of these guys that's hanging around, like a Stephon Diggs or one of those guys that's just hanging out there trying to find somebody to latch on with. I think that's why these teams wait so long, because they know that injuries happen, and this is the time of year where you start to see, oh, training camp injury here, training camp injury there. These veteran players who don't want to go through an entire training camp necessarily, then they latch on with these teams, and then it kind of helps them to fill that void. So that's, I would be on the lookout for the 49ers. I know they added Debo, but they might still be on the market to find somebody else, because they're not the same player. Debo is not the same player as Pearsall.
Gotcha. John, did you have some other news over there?
Yeah. It has not been confirmed, but inside sources say Zach Root, Mike Sirota, James Tibbs III, and Emmett Sheehan going to the Tigers for Scooball.
So that's quite a haul. Tibbs was at one point this year the number one prospect in all of baseball for a short period of time. That has since changed. But those are some good looking players coming back. So, I mean, if Tigers obviously knew they didn't have a chance to sign them. So, wow, that's quite interesting. Okay. Last thing I did want to mention on the national scheme here, DeAndre Hopkins officially has retired, and he is now a new assistant wide receiver coach at Georgia Tech. So good for DeAndre Hopkins, John. He is not going to be a Raven this year. I know you're very upset about it. That's okay. Um, I wish him very well. We wish you very well, DeAndre. I know you're a big fan of the show. Okay, moving on. Um, Ravens talk. Let's see, guys. Thoughts so far. I'll go over just briefly, like my thoughts thus far. It seems like every day that they've been at training camp. I guess today was day 4. Either the offense or the defense has really just improved very well. Like it, offense started off pretty strong, but since then the defense has really stepped in and kind of put themselves to the forefront here. Um, they had, I guess, Martin had a good. Keon Martin today had an interception earlier today. There were a couple really good plays defensively. Lamar looked like he was doing Lamar things for the most part. I mean, they're not wearing pads, so it is, you take it with a grain of salt. But I mean, from everything I have heard so far, everyone seems very pleased with what they have seen defensively, specifically. Mike, what have you heard? What are your little birdies telling you?
Yeah, they said the defense was on point today. One of those things where it's not going to be. I hope that the problem is that both offense and defense are strong, and then not the opposite, right? Because one team has a great day and the other part of the team doesn't necessarily. So, um, I to me, it's going to flip flop all summer long. And as long as you see guys making plays, I'm a happy guy. So defense, like you said, Martin, excellent. There's guys out there tipping balls and making plays on the ball, interceptions. John, you talked about turnovers and how that's a key to our season. Yeah, we want our defense to create them, but that means one of our quarterbacks is throwing them. So I guess it's like a double edged sword when you hear those things. The coolest thing I saw, I don't know if you guys saw on social media, was the intros. Did you see the new PA announcer was doing the intros as they came in to camp, which was super cool. His voice is awesome. It's fantastic. And all the guys were psyched about it as they were walking in. The
That's
PA
awesome.
announcer was giving a little backstory on who they are and what their name, and their number and all that. It was cool.
Yeah, I mean, so far, do you guys have at this point? Do you have more confidence in the offense or more confidence in the defense? John, would you like to start?
Yeah, I think I have more confidence in the offense right now after seeing how, again, without pads on, without seeing how the offensive line is protecting Lamar and things, you know, it's hard to do this, but I think that I just in seeing the receivers and the rookies, the way that the rookies are going up and snagging balls over the middle, how they're climbing the tree, and how they're, eh, they that might be the missing pieces that Lamar's been needing. Is, they've been needing that guy who can go up 10 feet, catch the ball, and in some of these 7-on-7 drills, we're seeing that. I mean, granted, Starks made some nice plays on defense yesterday. Yeah, I think he picked Lamar off once, and then he had a couple pass deflections and said that he's really taking a step forward, and but again, it's just difficult to know until you get pads on and we're seeing how this offensive line is going to actually work and protect. But I think with these rookie receivers, though, I think I have a lot more confidence in this offense right now.
And apparently Bateman had a big day today as well, catching a couple long passes, sneaking in there. I see a potentially good year for him this year if things go to where I think they can. I know he was it 2 years ago had a pretty good complimentary year, what over 750 yards receiving, second to Zay Flowers. Like that could be a good role for him this year. Mike, more confidence in the defense, more confidence in the offense as of right now.
I'm right in the middle. I think I don't have um, a ton of confidence in either, but I also don't feel like either of them is going to be super deficient. I feel like they're right kind of dead heat. There's no standout unit. Because I'm curious about the excitement around Declan Doyle and what the offense is going to look like. I think that's enthusiasm that I see from the players. So that encourages me about the offense, but I want to see it. Defensively, similarly, I love the fact that we've kind of shored up the defensive line. Now I want to see what Jesse Minter can do with it. So like I can't really give an answer. I feel like they're both on par with one another. Real quick, going back to the Scooble trade, I'm seeing a different couple names, John. I'm seeing Zaire Hope, River Ryan, and Brady Smith are the return
Oh,
for Scooble.
come on. What a cop out load of crap. Like River Ryan, sure, but no James Tibbs. How in the hell do you give up arguably the best pitcher of the last 3 seasons without giving up your best offensive? Like, God, that's some horse
He's a
crap, man.
rental at the moment. I mean, I know that doesn't make sense still, but I think that's Jeff Passan reporting that.
I just saw
Ah,
that too, Mike. But they Tibbs got scratched from the game today, so I think that's where they're getting Tibbs from. Is Tibbs is going to be in this trade because he didn't play today. So I this the names I got was off MLB.com.
yeah, I mean, I'm getting ESPN with passing. I mean, I would rather take a MLB over ESPN because I think they're a bunch of clowns, but that's just me. But
Yeah,
oh, by the way, look, fellas, the correct answer, just so you all know, was it doesn't matter. They're all wearing shorts. So you don't have confidence in either one because they're wearing shorts still.
it's the
Okay.
special
No, I'm
teams.
just kidding.
Special
Um,
teams, kickers and punters.
do you want to be able to speak on the show anymore? That's all. Okay, John, you're in timeout. Um, I am confident in the defense, but I think it's because we have a defensive minded head coach, and I am really on board for this. I really am. I'm not necessarily. I'm still have like nightmares the fact that John Harbaugh's not here, but the fact that I have a lot of. We've never had a defensive minded head coach before. Like this is great. Like I honestly think that he is going to be able to scheme up. Like I don't know what Anthony Weaver's going to do. I really don't. Because I think it is Minter's team, and I'm excited to see what he can do. And I honestly think he might have all the pieces that he wants. There's one guy still out there that I've been talking about is Clowney. I do wonder if they want that. I don't know if they need it because I did tell you that I thought that the defensive line was that I felt great about it. But why not? Right? Why not? There's still a couple people out there.
And,
Oh
and they
man.
did restructure a couple contracts this week, right?
Yeah.
John, is that right?
Yes, yeah, they restructured Voorhees and was it
Broderick Washington.
Washington. But Washington may not even have a spot on this team though.
Oh, he does now.
Yeah, well that's
They shifted the money, so I
yeah.
think it's guaranteed money now. So the way that they did it, it freed up $2 million in cap space just for him. I wasn't convinced he was going to have. I mean, Kevin Ostreicher with Locked On Ravens, he has said that he didn't think he was going to make the team previously, and now his mind has changed on that as well as mine, just because it's Yeah, but they signed him early because they thought very highly of him. And when they signed him, I'm pretty sure Minter was on staff here. So to me, that might be something that he can get out of him. And I know Weaver was on staff here when he had him at the very least. So we'll see.
Well, they
We'll
need
see
that.
that.
They need that money because they need to sign Zay, so that would lead me to believe that would, they're on a path to a deal with Flowers, because I think that's something that they need to get done sooner rather than later. And I think Lamar can wait until the offseason to figure that part out.
That's such a dangerous game though, because it's 76 or 70 plus $1 million against the cap. I'm sure they would like to lift that as quickly as humanly possible, but that's just me. Okay. Anything else you guys want to touch on the Ravens before we switch to our final segment of the evening? No? Good.
No, I'm
Excellent.
good, Jay.
John has a game for us, Mike. I'm as nervous as you, Mike. I am
Okay.
as nervous as you.
Okay. So with the trade deadline coming up and with lots of money flowing around between different teams, now knowing that the Dodgers have just added another few bucks to their salary cap and their luxury tax and whatever else, we're going to play a game called The Price is Right. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be both of you playing together. I'm going to give you a base salary. And then and you'll have 4 clues to pick who the player is. Okay? So first one, so keep track of your own points. First one is 5. Second, so if you get it on the first clue on just the salary, that's 5. If you get the second clue, 4, third 3, third 2, and the fourth, you get 1 point.
Okay, so is there any context to any of this? This could just be any player in Major League Baseball.
It could be any. It could. I mean, it could be anybody, but it's the big contracts.
Okay.
You're gonna know. It's not Cody Clemens.
I mean,
It's
are these
not-
mainly players that have been talked about as far as being
Yes.
traded? Okay.
No, not being traded. No, these are just high salaries.
Okay.
High salaries, and then a couple who we know because it's just they are. Okay, so round 1 is easy, very easy. His 2026 salary is approximately $40 million.
$40 million. Oh my.
5, 4, 3, 2.
If I get it
1.
wrong, hold on, timeout. I want 1 second back on the clock.
Okay.
If I get it wrong on the first question, are we done? Do we already lose, or do we get
Yes,
to try
and then it
after
goes to
clues?
Mike. Then it goes to Mike.
Wait, I
I
thought
thought we
we
were working
playing
together.
No, you're playing against each other. You're playing
Oh.
together in the game, but against each other.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take a guess.
Okay.
Rafael Devers.
No.
Okay.
Okay, Mike, you want the second clue?
Yes.
I played for the.
I thought Jason and I were working together. You made it very
You're
confusing.
very confusing here, John.
Okay, well you can
All right,
work
well,
together.
go ahead.
Okay. Second
We'll
clue.
figure it out.
I played for
we'll
the
keep
New
playing.
York Yankees.
Aaron Judge.
That's correct. I'm the
This is already
captain.
a stupid
I hit
game.
62 home runs, and I have 2 AL MVPs. Okay, so this next one is a little bit of a trick. His 2026 salary is $2 million.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yes. Very good, Jason. Very good.
Well, now that I know what we're doing, it's
All right. So, next one. $37,116,666. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clue number 1, or clue number 2. I was drafted out of high school. So $37,116,666. And I was drafted straight out of high school. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was the 25th pick in the 2009
Mike
NFL.
Trout.
Yes.
How many points do you get for the second
So
clue?
5, 4, 3. You get 3.
Okay.
All right. The next one. 2026 salary is $36 million. $36 million. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am a starting pitcher.
Oh man.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think Mike is
All right.
frozen, by the way.
Mike, are you frozen? All right. I won the Cy Young in 2023.
2023. Oh my. Well, if I get it wrong, Mike's not going to be able to answer it. Is it Robbie Ray?
No.
Oh.
Next clue. I was the first overall pick in the draft.
Wait, for the same person that I was just doing?
Yes.
He won the Cy Young in 23.
Oh, I did not know this about this gentleman, but he went to a Missouri Synod Lutheran High School.
Oh crap.
I didn't know that.
23 first pick?
Not in the 23 draft. He won the Cy
Yeah,
Young
I
in
know that.
23. Okay.
Oh, is it
You want-
Wheeler?
No.
Oh, come on.
I pitched for the New York Yankees.
Oh, that's stupid.
Your son.
Yeah. What's his last name? I have his. Oh
Your
my
son.
God.
Your son's name.
Yeah, I know his first. Oh, Garrett Cole?
Yes.
Yes.
Garrett Cole's a
Alright.
graduate of Orange County Lutheran High School. Okay. We're going to go down the list here.
All right, hold on. Let's talk about something else till Mike gets back because it doesn't make sense if I'm just playing by myself.
No, it doesn't at all.
All right. So, I don't know what happened to Mike. Mike says his computer decided to update, so I tried to stop it, but it forced it. Dumb.
Dumb.
All right.
Forced by HC Harford County Public Schools.
Oh, no, you can't say that. Shh. You can't give out the important information. All right. Okay. So back to the trade deadline stuff real quick while we're waiting for Mike to see if he's going to be able to come back so far. There have been a little bit of flurries. The biggest move that everybody thought that was going to be made was Tarek Skubal. But thus far, a couple other ones. The White Sox, like I said earlier, we got Castillo from the Mariners in a 4-player deal, which is interesting to me. I think they're trying to make room for a couple of their minor league pitchers. They have a guy named Cade Anderson that they are very high on, but there was no room for him. They were already running 6 guys in the rotation. So for them, they needed to free up some space. That was the right move. And the White Sox need to shore up, see if they can hold off everybody. But it was Luis Castillo for Sir Anthony Dominguez, Nolan Jones, the outfielder, and Boston Smith, the catcher. He is the number 15 prospect for the White Sox. So few moves so far. I think that is all the big ones. I know Duvall went from the Yankees to somewhere earlier. Let's see who. Let's see.
Hasn't Sir Anthony been traded the last 4 years at the trade deadline?
No, no, because he was with the Orioles for 2 years, wasn't he?
No. He was
He
traded
was
from
with the
the
1 year.
Phillies to the Orioles.
Right.
Finished 23 or 24. Then 25 he got traded from the Orioles to the Blue Jays. Then he signed with the White Sox in the offseason. So he's just but I'm sure there's a bunch of relievers who have had that happen.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of like that, but at least, you know.
And so the Yankees traded Camilo Duvall to the Pirates for 2 prospects. And it looks like the Braves acquired Lane Thomas from the Royals for and left-handed pitcher. Let's see, who was it? Bailey Falter. So they got Falter, it's a left-handed pitcher, and they also got Lane Thomas in exchange for Lucas Braun and Carter Holton so far. So the trade winds are blowing, John.
Absolutely.
I'm not so sure they're going to blow through Baltimore very much, other than the few moves that we saw. Um, I, it's just so tough. It's like you worry about staying pat. I just don't think they can afford to stay pat. But I mean, they're only a game and the Cleveland lost tonight. They're only a game and a half out of the wild card. I mean, the Rangers won the World Series getting hot at the right time a few years back. So there's no reason why they can't do it.
Well, and here's the thing too is two of our top four, two of our top five hitters haven't been in the lineup in 2 weeks. So, that's the other thing that we have to consider as well is we've been trying to fill in catching and DH spot, and we haven't been able to do it because, we our catchers are hitting what 3 for 47 or something like that. They're hitting like one of us was up at the plate, and so we brought the fellow in from Detroit more or less off the waiver wire, and he made some good throws today, and he was Scooball's personal catcher for quite some time, but I don't know if there's a ton of trades to be made because you kind of need the pieces you already got.
Yeah, I mean, I will tell you though, it's like they aren't going anywhere if both of these catchers don't come back. At the very least, one of them. So if we're unable to get Adley and or Basayo, I mean, it's whatever we're hoping to happen this year isn't going to happen because I don't know if you can make enough moves to try to cover all of that up. That seems to be the one thing we don't talk about. These are very unfortunate that both these guys went down when they did because they're not only your two starting catchers, but it's like A1A or A and 1A, right? So it's like they're not only that, but they're also two of your better hitters. So it's just very unlucky as far as that goes. Mike is back, guys. Everyone,
Right.
Mike is back.
Well, and Jason, and then the other thing that
Hi,
they talked
everybody.
about on Locked On this morning or yesterday was the thing nobody's talking about is the Orioles may have 2 all-star closers in their bullpen come September. If Bautista comes back, you still have the lefty issue, right? You still have the lefty problem that they need to fill in a lefty somewhere. But it's looking like Bautista is going to be back. He's throwing bullpen sessions this week. So they said in two weeks or so he could start making rehab appearances, and then he's back on the roster in September. And you got 2 big time closers. So and with the way Cano's pitching, your 7th, 8th, and 9th is done. As long as you can get 6 innings out of your starter, you're set up pretty nicely.
Right. And I mean, but again, how this year pans out and how they are come September will determine whether or not they push him to come back this year or not. And they might have him make his rehab starts, might bring him back, and then just have him pitch in non-stressful situations, just to kind of get some work in so that he's ready for next year. Okay. So, Mike, before you paused and went away, I had 8 points and you had 4 points. And then John kept asking the questions, even though you weren't there. Even though I said, Mike.
Did I win? Did I win?
No, we did not complete the game. John, do you have enough questions to continue for a couple?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Here's
So right now, Mike, you got the one on the second one for a 4. I got the Shohei Ohtani on the first one for 5 points. And then I got Mike Trout on the second clue for 3 points, John. Is that correct?
yes.
So it is 8-4.
All right, our next one. 2026 salary, $25,090,909. I was drafted 3rd overall.
Oh my. Oh man, I'm thinking of 2 guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I began my career with the Baltimore Orioles.
Oh man. Oh, that's dirty. But we didn't necessarily draft him.
Maybe
No,
we did.
it's
Maybe we
Manny. It's
didn't.
Manny Machado. It's Manny Machado.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Is it? Was that 3 points?
That was the second. That's 4. No, that's 3 points. You're right. 3 points. Yeah, because that was
Okay.
the third clue. All right. This one. 61,875,000 is his 2006 salary. 2026 salary.
Kyle Tucker.
No.
Oh,
Mike?
Do I get like a free guess or what's the
Well, do you want to guess that? Or you want me to give
do you want to guess or do you want another clue?
Another clue.
do I get the first guess at the second clue?
Jason's out.
Oh, he's out.
Yes. So you can take as many
Oh,
clues
he's
as you
gone.
want. It's just a matter of how
So-
many points you want.
Okay, just go keep going. Give me some more clues.
I signed the largest MLB contract ever.
Ah,
Is it oh god.
isn't there a countdown somewhere?
5,
Probably.
4, 3, 2.
Is it Juan Soto?
Ah, it is.
Yes, that is correct, Michael.
I was second guessing myself halfway through my guess.
All right. So these remaining ones.
Wait, was that? Hold on. Was that the second clue?
That was 4 for Mike.
So that was a 4-pointer. It is 11-8, Mike.
Okay. So this is the Hall of Fame round.
Hmm.
The next 2 gentlemen are in the Baseball Hall of Fame. The salary is $1 million.
Holy poopy.
For this year?
No.
Yes, he's still getting paid. It's like
Well,
Bobby
there
Bonilla,
are
but
players
not
that are
Hall of
still getting paid. I
Yes.
just didn't know if that's how
Fame.
we
I
were
just don't know
doing
if
this.
any of them are in the Hall of Fame.
No, this is the Hall of Famer.
Okay, I think you can move on to the next one.
Okay. I threw 7 no-hitters.
I got it. Jason's got it.
Yes.
Nolan Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Then this is the last Hall of Fame round. My last contract averaged $25 million a year. I'll take it. Nobody guessed that one. I played shortstop.
Derek Jeter.
Yes.
Ooh, fancy pants. Look at you, Mike.
All right.
All right.
Now
Update
this-
on the score. Hold on, John.
All right.
Update on the score 15-12, Mike, in favor of Jason. Slight lead.
All right. So This former Oriole.
Wait, are these Hall of Famers?
No, this is not a Hall of
Okay,
Famer.
sorry,
This is the
didn't mean to
last
interrupt.
question. This is the last question.
Oh man.
He was a 6-time All-Star.
So there's no salary. It's just
Is there a
6 times
salary
All-Star?
involved in this?
$1,193,248.20.
Okay, so hold on.
Wh-
For
Was
what?
what salary when?
This is I can't give you that information. His
Oh,
salary
okay.
his salary is $1,193,248.20.
Right
Okay.
now?
Yes.
Is it
So
Bobby
he's still
Bonilla?
playing?
Yes.
This is so confusing. And what? How many points was it for? Wait, and how can he answer the question? We were asking questions.
That's because I knew the answer. We had to find
I'm
out
so
what year it was.
confused. Yeah, you didn't even explain,
It's John, Jason. Just go with it.
but I don't even know what happened. I didn't know we were guessing because we were asking questions. So I didn't know we
Mike,
could
well, you were
answer
asking questions and then Mike blurted out the answer.
I didn't ask the question. Mike asked the question
I knew the answer. That's all that
and
matters.
blurted
4
out
points,
the answer
baby.
while you were explaining it. That's so confusing.
Let's just call it a tie.
I mean, what clue was that? Was that the second or the third
That
one?
was the second clue.
So technically, Mike would have won your debunked game. 5, 3, 11, 15, 16 to 15. John, you have to do a much better job with these games of explaining ahead of time. You really. Oh my god!
I like the idea, John. I
had
did like
theme
the
music.
idea.
I had theme music last week. You know.
Yeah.
I think you started off strong, John, and it was like the current salary is this, and then you tried to get a little creative, which was good with the Hall of Famers, and then all of a sudden it was like, I won 6 Gold Gloves or whatever. And we're like, that's nothing to do with salary or whatever. So I got confused.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know what year the salary was that you made him. I don't know. Just got a little chaotic.
Well, I had to that took
Where's
a lot
Daniel?
of research. Yeah, right.
Where's Daniel?
I had to do a lot of
my
research,
God.
like write it all, copy and paste it, and check.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's something, John. Well done. Well done.
I just want to let everybody know that my computer's now updated. So that's good. So that happened when I went away. So just in case you guys were wondering.
Oh, well,
so Mike, how is the new? We didn't even ask you. How is the new job? Are you enjoying wearing a shirt and tie and slacks?
I mean, that's not the biggest perk of the new job.
In the winter,
I mean, I have to work on my fashion sense a little bit because tennis shoes and golf polos and gym shorts are out for a while. But it's not bad. I got to work a little bit in the summer. I'm learning the ropes. I know you got to find out where the refrigerator is. You got to find out where the bathroom is, where paper clips are. It's like one of those things where you're, one question a day, kind of figuring it out. But I'm excited for the prospect of it. So.
And so, are you coaching soccer or anything? Is any of that stuff taking your time up?
No, just coaching my daughter. Not coaching at Bel Air anymore. Part of the job is kind of like, once you're in central office, you kind of don't do anything school based anymore. So, I'm gonna miss my girls. I love coaching soccer, but I'm excited, like I said, for the prospect of a new challenge.
Outstanding.
Good for you, Mike.
All right. Well, before we close up here, I do want to just reiterate here the so the deal between the Dodgers and the Tigers for Tarek Skubal. Just so you guys are aware, apparently the Dodgers only gave up their number 5 prospect, their number 25 prospect, and their number their number 5 prospect, their number 25 prospect, and their number 7 prospect. Nope, that doesn't make any sense. Zaire Hope, the number 5 prospect, and Major League Baseball's number 25 prospect. So only the 25th overall prospect in baseball. That's fine. River Ryan, the number 7 prospect in the organization, and Brady Smith, number 17. I think that's a steal. That's just me. Um, but the
I
problem
expected a
is,
big leaguer. I expected them to
no,
have to give a big leaguer up of some
mm-mm.
sort. But
No, because the Tigers aren't interested in winning this year now. Like they've already made their mind up. They're okay with the top prospects. And those guys, by the way, River Ryan could be a big leaguer if you guys are familiar with him. I mean, he could probably pitch right now in a rotation that needed pitchers. And so, I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe this influx could do something to Detroit. Who knows? They might have needed this. I don't know, Mike, but for me, it seems like they didn't give a whole lot up to get again. Is I think the
Do you
best
think,
pitcher in
Jason? Do you
baseball.
think that was just because the offers weren't there? I mean, because I don't feel like that's a crazy haul. Like what I don't know what the Orioles' comparable trade would be. Like, what would that look like? Would that be like Ike Irish and
Yeah.
or Aloy, one of those guys as like the keystone of those kind of deals?
So what you have to look at is Zaire Hope is the number 25 prospect in baseball. I'm not sure the Orioles have a guy in the top 25, right? So that would have to be like a 2-for-1. So automatically that's your number one prospect in your organization because they don't have a guy in the top 25. Their number one guy isn't in the top 25. I don't know if their number one guy is in the top 68. So it would probably take the Orioles top 2 or 3. And at that point, because of that, they might need to give up major league talent. And the Orioles, it would make no sense to give up major league talent to try to get him.
Nate George, number 55
Well, there you go. So is he he's the number one prospect right now, right?
for the Orioles, and then we got Ike Irish at number 77, and Joseph is this Zirwa?
Jirwa.
Jirwa, he's 96. So we
He's
only
a
have
pitcher.
3. Yeah, we only got 3 in the top 100.
Right. So I mean,
And
look,
none in the
I,
top 50.
right. So I don't know. I thought Milwaukee could offer a better haul. I mean, they've got an 18-year-old that's ready to play in the majors right now. But so I mean, as an outfielder. So there's a couple organizations out there, but I think overall, maybe that was, now that I take a step back, maybe that was the best haul they could get as far as, I mean, getting 3 top 100 prospects for a guy that wasn't going to sign back for a half a year. Okay, sure.
Yeah, well, they
And
didn't get.
he could very well
ahead.
sign there. He's going to sign there. I mean,
So I know that there was rumors earlier in the year that the Dodgers were interested in trading for him, but they wanted the window to speak with him to get him to sign. I honestly think that if they would have done that, now I don't think the Tigers wanted to do that, but if they would have done that, Scuba would have got a lot more money than he will now because of some of the injury stuff, right? And he's a year older, so that always plays in fact. But I don't know what that is. What is it like? 50 million less, 20 million less? I don't know. So he's going to go down as the highest paid pitcher when he signs for now until one of these other guys signs. So okay, so that is pretty much all I got. I'm sure there'll be a flurry of things coming in. Maybe John can teach me how to post my own stuff, and I can come up with something on Monday if everything if there's any trades or anything done before the deadline. Yes, John.
Oh, here's what's crazy: the Dodgers didn't even give up their top 4 guys. They got 4 prospects in the top 20. Milwaukee's got the number 1 prospect in Jesus Mate.
That's the
Short.
18-year-old, I think.
Nah, he's 19. He's a shortstop.
Sorry, 19. Sorry, John. By the way, his birthday was probably yesterday, right?
right. No, but
his
the
name's
Dodgers,
Jesus, so he's the number 1. Obviously, he was made for that.
Yeah, but the Dodgers didn't even. I mean, like you got Josue De Paula, you got Mike Sirota, and you got Eduardo Quintero and Emil Morales, who are all ranked higher than Hope.
Right. But in all honesty though, too, yes. So Milwaukee has the number 1 guy, right? But Milwaukee said, "Yeah, you can have whoever you want, not him." So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
then what's the point? Let's go get this haul from the Dodgers. Yeah, I'll take this. And then they look up and down and they're like, yep, we can work with this. So
Oh, I got a good story real quick before we roll. So speaking of Jesus or Jesus or whatever the name was, we we're getting ready to leave to go to Julie's mom's house to have crabs tonight. And she's like, I got you this birthday present. And the Amazon delivery is almost here. Like I could see it. It's like 2 roads away. She's like, let's just wait for it to come. I got you something for your birthday. I'm like, all right, whatever. That's great. And she shows me the name of the person driving the Amazon car, and it's Jesus or Jesus. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Jesus is coming, and he's going to bring me my birthday present. And so all of a sudden, like the car goes through the woods, like on the map. We're like, how is it going to get here so quickly? And Julie's like, well, Jesus doesn't need to travel on the roads. Like he can go wherever he wants. And he's like, bring and the here's the punchline, right? I open the present. We take it to Julie's mom's. It's a bidet. It is a bidet that you can hook onto your toilet.
Mike, your family is
Fa-
very, very personal with each other.
Oh my God. Fantastic gift, bro. Right?
Someone
I mean,
gave
I've
you a
heard they're
poo
amazing, so we'll find out.
Someone gave you a Heine cleaner, and it's
Yeah.
your mother-in-law?
No, Julie gave it to me, but
Oh,
like they were all
Julie
there.
gave
But
it to- all right.
So
yeah,
who's
Julie's the one who
installing
got me
this?
the gift.
Please tell
Wow.
me you're gonna get like a plumber to install it or something, so you don't have water
What-
spraying all over your bathroom.
Yeah, I think I have to shut the toilet off and do some things, but like it looks like it could be very interesting. People say they're great. I'm willing to give it a
Oh,
shot.
My gosh. What is wrong with us? Like, we've reached this point where we're like, I got the best gift ever. It cleans me Heine. Like, what is wrong with you guys? Oh my God.
Dude wipes are bad enough,
I
man.
love it. Oh, those are terrible.
We better get off the air
air.
before we get kicked off the air.
Yes. All right, listen. Oh, Mike, happy early birthday. Mike is turning old on I guess what is it, Monday? Oh,
Trade
man.
deadline day.
Trade deadline and Mike's birthday. That's a fantastic time. All right.
Thank
well,
you.
happy early birthday. And remember, the next time we see you guys will be on Wednesday night. Hopefully, Facebook will work just fine. It will might be Mike, me, and John. It might just be me and John. It might be a combination. It might just be Daniel by himself. You never know. But we will post some stuff here on Facebook soon. And yeah, for John, for Mike, I'm Jason, and we'll see you next time.
Don't forget to subscribe to Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports on Red Circle, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your free podcasts. And while you're at it, leave us a review. It really helps us out. We're trying to spread the good word about Baltimore sports far and wide. Follow us on social media for more behind-the-scenes actions, memes, and bad sports takes. You can find us at Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports on Instagram, Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports on our Facebook page. Until next time, keep rocking those dad bods, eating those crab cakes, and never miss the game.